The vampire. Listen, before we get this stream started, I'm working on the channel for you guys. Volumes and different stuff. You see this right here? We renovating. So I might have to do little tweaks. I don't know if the audio sounds the same. If I need to boost it up, we working. We trying to get that, that perfection. We just working, trying to see what works. Discard anything that's inessential. What's the volume sounding like? I mean, it's late at night, streaming or nothing, but the vampire stream. Should we boost it up? East Coast ain't got love for Dr. Dre. What about this right now? Yeah. The vampire stream. Let me know. What are we sounding like? Building. Where you at? Where you from? Ego's Army. I told you, we work in 2019. It's gonna be a good year. Gonna be a good year. Oh yeah. Can y'all motherfuckers hear me? What does the volume sound like on the vampire? Better type some. Yeah, YouTube, they wildin'. YouTube still ain't got back to me. They ain't got no answers. You ain't got the answers, Houseway. Houseway. Hold on. Listen, shout out to Illinois. We're gonna do a series of tests. We're trying to fine chain it or fine tune it. All right. Me. What up, Fight World? Your boy Ego, right? Or this. What up, Fight World? Your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. What sounds cleaner? What up, Fight World? Eddie Hearns. What sounded better? The second one sounds better. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Eddie. This is the second one. Does it sound distorted? Does it sound fucked up? Does it sound... I could do this on my off time, but it requires a lot more steps, and I gotta record shit and then try to play it back. It's easier. All right, y'all fuck with the second. I made some tweaks, so I'm just trying to get us back. All right, so I left that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, okay. Hold on one. All right, testing 1, 2, 3, 4. It's your boy Ego. All right, or this. Yo, testing 1, 2, 3. It's your boy Ego, and I'm back. We back with some more boxing. Eddie Hearn. First or second? Just trying to tweak it. We trying to get everything right. However you want it. Fans run the channel. And I'm doing it on I'd rather do this on the vampire stream than on my regular stream, so we get right back to it. What sounded better, the first or the second? Anytime now. That would be great. Me. Chocolate rain. The wheels on the bus go round and round. I said chocolate rain. What sounds better? All right, you didn't notice much of a difference. Hold on, we getting there. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh no! Yo, hold on. All right, chocolate rain. The wheels on the bus go round and round. I said chocolate rain. The people dying, no pain. I said chocolate rain. What? Anthony Joshua. All right, we going. This is an important one. This is an important one. Hold on, let me listen. Y'all taking for y'all going. Yo, what up, Fight World's your boy? You going back with some more boxing? Yo, what up? Shit, it sounds fucked up. It sounds worse. Y'all fucked it up worse. Hold on. See, man, I gotta do this. Hold on. Y'all trying to have my show sound. Y'all trying to have me fucked up sounding. What is the purpose of it? I'm trying to make sure y'all can hear me. See, you have to know about audio. In the thing is, I'm setting parameters, but it doesn't play back out. I don't have like studio monitors, so I need to use the fans, the people, to make sure what you guys are hearing sounds good. That's the purpose of this. I'm not doing it for my health. Hold on. What are we sounding like right now? Who the fuck is Tom? Man, fuck the Toms. Y'all some.
Yeah, what is the point of all of this? Get to the goddamn boxing. Hurry up. Look at this bullshit.
Y'all some impatient assholes. See, this is what happens when you're a perfectionist. Yeah, okay. You want to do you want to be on my stream. You don't want the sound to sound pristine, huh? That's what you telling me, huh? Trying to make sure we sound good. Yeah. I think that's good. So we can we can live with this right now. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I can fine tune it a little bit more. James Souza put you in your place. He telling you. Tell him, James. So we can live with the sound right now. Everything sounds good. It sounds decent enough. I can fine tune it and adjust it. Look at Tom laughing. Yeah, motherfucker. Wanted to discuss boxing. Yeah, we know what you want to discuss with your impatient ass. Listen, let's discuss boxing. So The bottom line is this. I poked around. I heard AJ and Dillian Whyte, they about to have a rematch. Want to give my thoughts. I'm new to YouTube all together. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. That's what my source said. It said that they're pushing, and that's gonna be the thing. But you know what the interesting thing is? I talked to my people, and they were talking about Dillian Whyte, Anthony Joshua, and then Mike Coppinger of he works with Fox and Ring TV. He posted this. Oh, y'all can't see it. Anyway, it says formal offer made to Gerald Big Baby Miller for heavyweight championship fight for AJ on June 1st at Madison Square Garden. So that's what he's reporting. He heard that there was an official. I think to be honest, I think Gerald Big Baby Miller was kind of a backup plan. Okay, this is what I think happened. I'm gonna tell you. This is what I think is going on. You guys ready? What I think is happening is very simple. Wilder done came in and fucked this whole shit up. You hear me? That's what I think happened. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, WBC champion of the world. He came in and wrecked shop and fucked this whole shit up. He said he was gonna smoke Joshua out, and he got some smoked ribs right now. That's what I think happened. So I think right now, see what I've noticed about Team Joshua, in my opinion, they're reactive more than proactive. The stuff they're doing is a reaction to other shit happening. Oh shit, Wilder, he took a good option and he's fighting Tyson Fury. Therefore, they put whatever out in the media reacting. Before that, there was nothing proactive about what Eddie Hearns was doing. Eddie Hearns, before he said that he was going to fight Tyson Fury, and then the rumblings got bigger. Heard you want to rumble like an empty stomach. Yeah, or that I'm from Oklahoma, you what the fuck you gonna do when you run into it? Sorry, I had to do a little bit of Eminem. But anyway, like Eminem said, the rumor is I'm hungry like an empty stomach. I heard you want to rumble like an empty. Listen, the rumblings got big that Wilder was going to fight Tyson Fury. But before that point, Eddie Hearns was saying a different tune. Again, reactive. Once the rumors got big that, oh shit, the Wilder Fury fight can happen, then you start seeing some motion from that side. But before, Eddie Hearns was talking slick. Like, he was enjoying it. He was talking about like, oh, enjoy fighting Dominic Brazil. Good luck fighting our leftovers. That type of talk. But then they reacted because Wilder had different plans, him and his team, and they picked a good, respectable fight, and it turned out to be a good, respectable fight in Tyson Fury. So everything from that point on for Team Joshua, and even before that, I want to say has been more so a reaction. Like they're just scrambling, trying to figure out what's the next best move. I know I've caused a lot of drama here already, but AJ is the man. I'm so surprised at the lack of respect he's getting. There's nothing to be surprised about. Nobody doesn't think AJ is a good fighter. That's the problem. Everybody thinks he's a good fighter, and he always talks about the trophies and the belts that he has. But, the fights that the fans were asking him to do doesn't look like they're coming off. So it's not. See, you sound like Eddie Hearn right now, Tom. I'm just going to tell you. You sound like Eddie Hearn for the simple fact of you take something that is pretty easy to understand from what I've seen, majority of the fans at this point, and you're turning it into like you're just so, you just can't fathom. It's really easy to understand this. We've been breaking this down for over a year, this very subject. And you're sitting up here acting like, oh, why would they not want my help? Really easy to understand why AJ's profile has taken a hit. Very easy, And, the only people sound like, just people who are trying to stay loyal to the situation, or AJ apologists, people like Eddie Hearns. they're trying to act like they can't understand, but the rest of the world sees it. So my advice to you, I don't know you personally, but my advice to you is, look at your mentors and your leaders and where they lead you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you co-sign or follow suit with what someone's doing, you can look, you could be collateral damage where you look bad in the process. And I know that for a fact. There's some people with, like in that faction and they're getting caught up, like just people on DAZN, like there's like fighters that fight for DAZN, and then like people are talking about I'm not ever getting DAZN, all based on Team Joshua, just because the way Eddie Hearns rubbed them the wrong way. Now, guys like Jesse Vargas, just because he signed with Eddie Hearns, maybe some people are having this little stand. Oh, I'm not supporting. I'm not paying 10 a month. So like I said, be careful who you get as your leader. But it's really understandable from my perspective. The bottom line is how Joshua and his team behaved. That simple. How he behaved. The 2018 was wide open for Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. We didn't get that. And another thing that AJ apologists are doing that is laughable at this point. I believe in this thing, like even in math, there's a term called a common denominator. So in life, what a common denominator is this thing is present. This thing is consistent, and if you look at it, no matter what camp it is, the common denominator is Team Joshua. For example, Team Joshua and Eddie Hearns and like behavior of Eddie Hearns, they said Wilder was hard to deal with. Okay, let's take your word for it. Wilder says you lowballed him, right? So let's just say it's Wilder's team and Shelly Finkel. They're just a hard team to deal with. How come Tyson Fury and Frank Warren were easily able to make a Wilder fight? No questions asked, minimal time negotiating. 50-50 was agreed upon, even though Tyson Fury, came back from a drug binge and long layoff. Wilder still gave him 50-50, right? So how is it that Frank Warren and Tyson Fury were able to easily get this done, a Wilder Fury fight? But with Joshua, it makes you wonder. Okay, let's move on from Wilder and Finkel. Let's just pretend for a second that it's Wilder's team and they're just unbearable to deal with. They don't answer emails. They refuse to take meetings. Then how come Dillian Whyte, who has what I thought, a solid relationship with Eddie Hearns, case by case basis, his last few fights have been on Matchroom. How come he was in the public talking about he's meeting up with some people and PBC potentially exploring his options because he got lowballed? So why is he saying the same thing? How come Luis Ortiz and Dillian Whyte publicly, I guess, were going back and forth saying they wanted to fight each other? We know Luis Ortiz is about that life. And Luis Ortiz said he got a bullshit low money offer. Gerald Miller says he ain't got no offer. Once again, back to simple arithmetic and mathematics. Arithmetics and mathematics. A common denominator. The same players and the same people are the common denominator in all of this. And that's Team Joshua, Barry Hearns, Eddie Hearns, and Anthony Joshua. Common denominator. So at what point do you look at it and be like, okay, maybe it's not every single camp. Maybe it's this person. Like, I know people like that in life. Like, let's say, this is just a random analogy. That's what I do on my channel. Let's say you have a friend. Every single job that they get, they can never hold a job longer than a year and a half, 2 years. They're always fired. They never quit. They're always fired. At that point, you have to look at that person and look at them as you're probably the culprit. Same thing with relationships. If a guy or a girl is always in fucked up relationships, always getting broke up with, and cheated on and stuff like that, at some point you got to look at the person, because they're the common denominator. Because that certain things, like getting fired from every job, I've had jobs where I worked with them 5-6 years or something. So how is it that some people can't keep a job longer than 6-8 months, or less than a year? They always have problems with bosses and stuff. Maybe it's that person. Maybe they can't control their temper. Maybe they're not telling you the full story. Maybe they're late to work all the time. Maybe they're lazy. You get what I'm saying? And that's what we're dealing with here. I refuse to believe that everybody is everybody else in boxing's problem except for Team Joshua. You know, just all these. So Frank Warren and Tyson Fury, somehow, some way, their egos get cast aside to the point where we were able to see Deontay Wilder versus Fury last year, and they both sides admit that it was easy to make, easy to promote, etc. They're doing negotiations right now, and Wilder just said that the fight announcement should be soon. So once again, I ask you, how is it everybody else, you know, Eddie Hearns keeps talking about like everybody's outpricing themselves and they don't really want it with Joshua. Maybe you don't really want it with Joshua. Maybe you're overvaluing your fighter. Yes, Joshua is popular, but maybe you're being unrealistic with his A-side leverage and acting as if he has so much leverage that he's Floyd Mayweather or greater or God or something, and nobody's worthy of a fight. Another pattern I noticed, the bullshit fights that are just kind of like run of the mill fights, or mandatories that people aren't really hyped about, right? Those fights, we never see this drama in the negotiations. Never. It's always the more, I guess, meaningful. Joseph Parker was a unification. It wasn't like no crazy fight, but it was still a unification. Hard negotiations that took longer than average. And there was like stalemate, back and forth in the public. Wilder, Luis Ortiz getting a Dillian Whyte fight. It's always, come on. But then if it's Eric Molina, you never heard one problem about Eric Molina, because Eric Molina is a journeyman fighter or whatever, to the point where he was just happy to be a part of the card, get a nice paycheck. So he's willing to accept whatever offer that they probably gave him. They can give him $250,000, and for someone like him, that might have done the ticket. But Wilder, he's touched $1 million before. He ain't gonna do no Joshua fight for some bullshit. Hey, if Guess Who puts one more number, unless you guys can tell me why he's putting numbers, clap him. If he puts one more number, because he keeps putting like 227, 558. I don't know if you're watching sitcoms, 227 and all this. Unless you guys know why he's putting numbers, like, clap him. If he puts one more number, we don't have to guess who. Ain't nobody guessing who. Shout out to the shooters. Aye, they heard me loud and clear. James, Real Brother 32, appreciate y'all. If his name is Guess Who, we ain't guessing shit. If you put one more number, you getting clapped on this spot. I don't know why you keep doing that. Now you fucking Rain Man and shit. Yeah. Definitely. 116. Yeah. Like, what are you, autistic? Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Nobody got time for this Dustin Hoffman bullshit. What you doing? Oh yeah. Definitely. He said next to the Unabomber. Yeah, motherfucker. We trying to have a conversation about boxing. He being held hostage using Morse code and shit, bro. Just say, yell for help or something. I don't know what the fuck you doing. What the fuck? Motherfucker doing pager code and shit. I don't. He's like 143, sweetheart. Like, what the fuck? I got time for this shit, bro. Bro, if it ain't about money or boxing, like, don't waste my time, man. Yeah, motherfucker, a hacker. He hacking into the mainframe. What you doing, dog? Yeah, I'm gonna get ego. I know he has 2-step verification on his account, but hack into this motherfucker. Oh yeah, hack into this mother. Talking about some Guess Who. We ain't guessing shit. We just gonna get you up out of here. Drop my damn iPhone fucking with ego. Man, I'm just a real person. This motherfucker doing Contra codes or whatever the fuck Nintendo. Up, down, left, right, left, right. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Fucking, you think he Lomachenko the Matrix? Fuck you putting them numbers. See, look, someone said Neo from the Great Minds Think Alike. Someone said Agent Smith from the Matrix. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what you putting all these fucking numbers like the Da Vinci Code? Trying to knock me off my pivot. Can I live, y'all? Listen, the only number I care about is that like button and them views and that paycheck. Larry London was good. But anyway, back to Joshua. His team is the common don't say red or blue pill. Oh, you guys are funny. The thing is, they're the common denominator. All these failed negotiations, it's the same people. You know, how Pacquiao fight Broner? Broner, I'm sure, wants good money. Pacquiao wants good money. Shit was done. Shit was made. How Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence? Seamless. Shit was made. Anthony Joshua versus anybody relevant. It's like, you know, this epic battle of negotiations, and this guy's not worth it, and he's not. We got to overpay him, and it's a bunch of rigmarole, extra stuff that you have to hear about, you know. And I'm telling you, DAZN made a couple mistakes, in my opinion. One, they put Eddie Hearn as the first face that boxing was familiar with in terms of the boxing side of things. Now that's normally not a problem. You know, Eddie Hearns is cool, but they did it at a time where Eddie Hearns' image in America had been tainted. Like people were like, "Oh, what's up with this Wilder stuff?" So it was at the bad timing. I don't think Eddie Hearns is I don't think he's a horrible person. I've interviewed him and stuff. You know, he's a regular dude. He's a businessman. But the thing is, that's the thing with the promoter and the businessman, is they put their business hat on, and sometimes it's not really about what the fans want. It's about what they feel they want, and that's why we're, you know, in this predicament, is because Joshua is the biggest earner without a doubt for Matchroom. Bigger than Dillian Whyte, bigger than Kell Brook currently, all that. So I don't even know. I don't know. I can't say Joshua's just shaking in his boots. Like, he's an Olympian. So, you know, I would hope that you don't get into the sport if you're just by and large like a scary person. So I just think Joshua doesn't want to lose, or, you know, he doesn't want the losing is a setback, period. No matter who you are, you can learn from it, you can bounce back, all that good stuff. But the ride is temporarily stopped. You get what I'm saying? Like, you put it this way. Name a fighter that you know that took a loss and immediately after their next few paychecks were greater than when they were undefeated. So, like Broner, when he fought Maidana, he was getting X amount of money as an undefeated fighter and as a main event attraction. And then when he lost to Maidana, his next three paychecks, do you think his fight with Carlos Molina and Khabib Alekverdiev were better than his Maidana paychecks? You get what I'm saying? That's not really what happened. That's not what happens. I'm not saying you can't make money after a loss, because Danny Jacobs, he lost to Dimitri Pirog years ago, and now he's about to get that bag with Canelo. So you could work yourself back up, but typically you don't take a loss and then come back and then start immediately in your next 2-3 fights making way more money than you did before you took that L. You know, so a lot can be derailed with the cash cow scenario. Guess who said watch out? Block him. Just block him. He's wasting my time. You know, it's funny. You motherfuckers be talking this watch out shit. I'm a vlogger. I'm at the fights. I go, you know. Y'all know where I'm at. I'm doing footage. What? Like I said, keep this short. More often than not, it's not going to be what you think. Period. You know, I just learned from the Bay, you got to stay ready. Anywho, yeah, like I said, AJ's the common denominator. He's the common denominator here, where everyone's just so hard to deal with. Everyone's asking for unrealistic money. Maybe it's you. Maybe you don't want to give nobody no money. You get what I'm saying? James Souza, you didn't really answer my question though. He said, "Ego, I got to answer your question. Arturo Gatti is someone who took L's and came back to get bigger paydays." That's not what I said though. My thing is this: you gotta listen carefully because I know what I say because I'm there when I say it. My thing is, I said in their immediate future, like their next 2-3 fights, they made more money than they did, before they took a L. I'm not saying again. I answered the question for myself. I said Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs took a loss to Dimitri Perot, and then he got a Golovkin payday. Now he's getting a Canelo payday. I didn't say it's not doable. Canelo lost to Mayweather, and now he's back getting prime money. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about immediately after. That's specifically what I said. Immediately after you take a fade and an L, and you're automatically doing better. That typically doesn't happen. Do you think Conor McGregor made more money with Mayweather or after he lost to Mayweather and fought Khabib Nurmagomedov? Do you think Canelo versus Mayweather, Canelo made more money, or when he lost and then came back and fought Angulo? That's what I said. Yeah, you can make money. I'm not saying the loss is just over for you, but I'm saying it temporarily derails things. Most guys don't. Broner before he was beating Maidana, Maidana. I think to this. Well, I don't know about now with the Pacquiao stuff, but at the time, Maidana was his biggest paycheck. That was his biggest payday. And then after versus Carlos Molina, that's his first fight after a loss. Same thing with Amir Khan. I can do this off the top of my head. Amir Khan fought Danny Garcia. They were talking about Amir Khan fighting Mayweather. Mayweather was in jail at the time and had just beaten Cotto, and they were talking about Amir Khan possibly fighting Floyd. He gets knocked out by Danny Garcia. His first fight is Carlos Molina. So do you think he made more money fighting Danny Garcia on HBO, or Amir Khan made more money fighting Carlos Molina and moving him up from 135 to 140? Conor still got paid $75 million on the loss. Who's the mug? Nobody said it. Who cares? He still took a loss. So you act this dude laughing like he proved me wrong. You didn't prove me wrong. I never said he didn't get paid for the loss. I just said he don't typically make more money in your next few fights after taking a loss. Listen, shooters, I really don't have the time. Like I told you, we doing some renovations or the patience. If you see these dudes and they're just, trying to create these little small fires, just clap them. Because I don't like this particular episode, and then we can ease up on the triggers. But you've been warned. Let him stay. Chris Houghton, you've been warned. If they start leaving these little dumbass comments, bro, I was just saying, not trying to prove shit. Bro, you've been warned. Shooters, watch Chris Houghton and anybody else from now on. Because we trying to get through this show. This is a vampire stream. And we don't have time with all the little theatrics and extra stuff. All right, block him. We gonna just make it easier for Chris. Chris Cross, you missed the bus. Make your ass jump. Yeah. Ben Davison did initially say that he thought AJ and Wilder should fight. Then Fury fights the winner, which, to be honest, I would have preferred before Fury and Wilder dance again. I don't. Listen, that's his opinion. Cool. Shout out to him for that. I totally disagree with him 1000%. Here's why. Because AJ and Wilder is his own fight. It's his own saga. I don't want to see. I want to see a conclusion to the shit I already seen. Okay, so if you were watching a mini series and then episode one ended and it was left on a cliffhanger like they do on novellas and soap operas and shit and miniseries, and it left you hanging, and then let's say they stopped filming, they didn't film it all and have it all ready in the can, they stopped filming, they didn't film the sequel, or let's say 50 Cent show Power, something special, man, right? And you're watching episode 3 of Power, and then 50 Cent stopped filming. He doesn't film episode 4, and then he goes off to do his other show. And then they come back to it later. That doesn't make sense. You know, when you were left on a cliffhanger, and then he's going to drop that and then get into other projects that don't have nothing to do with Power, and people need a conclusion. So I disagree with that. Wilder versus AJ, if it was going to happen, it should have happened before Tyson Fury. But Team AJ, he chose to fight Povetkin. It is what it is. So this is AJ's team's fault. They could have fought Wilder before Tyson Fury. No one was even thinking of Tyson Fury. No one even thought Tyson Fury would be really ready to come back. You know, all of this came as a consequence to Joshua fighting Povetkin. All of this came as a a chain reaction to that scenario. Tyson Fury says, "Oh, I see how Joshua played you. Him and Eddie Hearn's playing games. You know what? Fuck it. I'll fight you. Send me a reasonable contract. I'll fight you." And he did that. So I don't want to see them, especially when people are saying that Wilder lost. Some people are saying it was a knockout and, the Jack Reese gave too much time. Some people said it was a draw, like myself. Why would I want to see them go fight other people and then, like, hypothetically, I'm not saying this is my prediction, but what if AJ beats Wilder? Then who wants to see Wilder versus Fury as opposed to AJ versus Fury? So it kind of creates this unnecessary potential void, unless in a perfect world Wilder wins and Tyson Fury keeps winning his fights, and then they went other ways, and then you get what I'm saying. Just like Andre Ward versus Kovalev. Andre Ward, that was a close fight. I thought Ward won, but he won by a small margin, a round, right? Under 2. But it was a good fight, and it was a cliffhanger type of, there was controversy both ways. So what if Kovalev went and fought Adonis Stevenson and got knocked out? Then that hurts the Andre Ward Kovalev rematch. Because if Adonis Stevenson and Andre Ward, that's not a bad fight either. That's a good fight. But now we don't really get the proper conclusion to the Ward Kovalev saga. That's why they did it the right way. They fought each other. I don't want to see Kovalev lose to, fight Ward, have a tough ass fight where he knocked down Ward, controversy there, and then Kovalev fights Alida Alvarez and then loses to him. Why would I want to see that? And then now we got to see Alida Alvarez versus Andre Ward, but we never, because the thing with boxing is styles make fights. Certain people's style mesh up well. So I want to see who makes the adjustments between those two styles, which was already a complex and controversial ending. Canelo Triple G, Ward Kovalev, Tyson Fury Wilder. I want to see a conclusion. No excuses. Who's going to make the adjustments? Who's going to pull away? And who's going to leave out of there with the golden ticket? Then they can fight whoever they want. That makes, to me, I have like OCD in certain regards, but to me, that makes the most sense as opposed to risking it. You never know. We just seen Keith Thurman in a fight where most people thought Jose Cito Lopez had zero chance or little chance. And we seen Keith Thurman more hurt versus him than he was with Porter or Danny Garcia, based on the timing and everything. So anything in boxing can happen. So that's why important fights, meaningful fights, you might as well get it out of the way. Because I would hate to, let's say Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia was a controversial outcome, right? And then he went and lost to Jose Cito Lopez. Then we don't really get the full conclusion of some other shit. I don't like that. So I think early prediction, I think Wilder's going to knock out Tyson Fury. Could be wrong, but I could be real right as well. I like Tyson Fury. I know a lot of people pick sides, and because you have a prediction, they think you're this and that. But I think ultimately, from what I've seen, I'm not going to go too much into a prediction unless fights finish. But the reason why I would lean towards Wilder to win is, first of all, I don't Wilder. He's not really the I'm gonna outbox you type of guy in most scenarios. He has brute force power. That's his bread and butter more often than not. Can he outbox somebody like Bermane Stiverne won? Sure. But Tyson Fury is a hellified boxer. So I would, if he's going to beat Tyson Fury, I would presume it'd be by pretty much by knockout or TKO. But anyway, the reason why I lean towards Wilder in a rematch is because based on the first fight, I don't really think Tyson Fury, aside from getting caught in 2 rounds, I don't really think he did too much wrong. Meanwhile, Wilder has so much he can learn from that fight and so much he can improve upon. And the raw, if anything, that makes people better, learning where you made mistakes and being able to watch, oh shit, I was loading up. Oh, I was telegraphing. I was, so I think the fight is probably going to make him better. And I think in terms of, say this is a pie graph, I think Wilder's, I thought it was a draw, but I think Wilder's pie graph, there's a bigger chunk of the pie for adjustments. That Wilder could make adjustments. I don't really see what Tyson Fury is gonna do substantially better. He came in at a low weight. You never see Tyson Fury like ripped up. You're not gonna in an 8-10 week training camp develop this Ernie Shavers power. He was already moving well and boxing well. So really, what is he gonna do so much different? Meanwhile, with a not so like polished performance from Wilder, he was still able to hurt Tyson Fury almost like, in the fight type of hurt him. So I think that if anything, even though he was getting outboxed, he was looking wild in spots, I think that gives him confidence to come with a better game plan, knowing that he can hurt him and knowing that he has so many things that he can improve. He can improve. He can come. And I don't know. I hate, sometimes I hate talking boxing because I know I'm being realistic and there's a lot of fans who are just, oh, you're making excuses, and they're just irrational. Take it for what it's worth. I'm not making any excuses, but you got to look at it. Sometimes people have certain little jitters. I think this was the big moment for Wilder, and he won. He was on the main stage, Staples Center, where the Lakers play, and it was his biggest fight today. And I think he was in he had the fight week to this day. Like he was just trying to do it for the culture, do it for the people, plus his first pay-per-view. He was really looking to make a statement. And in doing that, I think he wasn't as relaxed and he wasn't as fluid, and he was kind of searching and trying so hard. He even admitted that, trying so hard to land the detonating shot to, not only win, but win super impressively. you know. But now that's out of his system. Like if you ever talk to anyone who's been in prison, or if you talk to someone who's killed somebody, they always say the first person that they killed was the hardest. Because you're going from, damn, I've never taken someone's life, to, ow. But then like hitmen and shit, like Popeye, like Pablo's dude, Escobar. Popeye, he killed so many people. I'm sure you kind of get desensitized by it. So, for lack of a better word, Wilder, he popped his proverbial PBV pay-per-view cherry. You know what I'm saying? He got it out of his system. He killed his first person. He's already killed his first pay-per-view. So now he don't have to worry about, just he knows the feeling. He knows he made it through. He didn't get knocked down, didn't get knocked out, but he can improve. So, popping that proverbial cherry, whether people realize it or not, I think that makes sense. And I think Wilder is probably going to have more of a calm performance. But I think it's going to end dramatically. Where should the rematch take place? Vegas? Maybe the Barclays of New York trying to pay. It's not happening in the UK. I personally didn't mind that if it were. But Wilder, after having a tough fight, why would he give you know, ground to Tyson Fury, have 1 million people against him. Shit, AJ didn't want to do it. AJ didn't want to give up his shit to come and see. This is the difference. Here's the difference. Now, it wouldn't be an MGM Grand. That's old compared to T-Mobile. T-Mobile's bigger, and this is MGM property. But anyway, peep it like this. There's more money in America, bro. Like, so on top of not just some crowd shit, because we seen Errol Spence go over to Kell Brook, you know, his backyard, Sheffield. So basically, I'm fighting Arrow and Mitchell White. No, but there's more money for the fight in America. We know that. Joshua's team has come around and now admitted this. You know, that the money's in America. So why would he go to Old Trafford? Why would he go to O2 Arena? See, no disrespect to the UK. I used to live there. It's a beautiful place, a wonderful place. The fish and chips is, no, I have fond memories there. However, UK, some people, they're gassed by like, just because it glitters, they think it's gold. Having a 1,000 billion people in the auditorium, that's cool, but that's better for cameras. At the end of the day, I have a business, so I know how this shit goes. If you have a business, it's about that almighty bottom line. Fuck everything else. Fuck, you know, appearance. It's about that bottom line. So AJ has made traffic or whatever by showing 90,000, 80,000 people in, like, oh, singing and shit. That's cool, but that don't mean no bottom line, because Mayweather will have a more quaint 16, 18,000 versus Conor McGregor, and it made way more money than Joshua versus Takam. So you guys have to get out of that. The UK has to get out of this mindset that, like, it's the saying, as the saying goes, it's quality, not quantity. And I'm not saying there's no quality in the UK. What I'm saying is the quantity of people doesn't mean generate higher revenue. If you could charge $80, $85 and sell 20,000 seats versus you sell more but it's at a way more affordable price, that's something totally different. That's what I've been saying. I've been saying the same thing over for at least a year, man. Like, Neiman Marcus, they could sell a Lacoste shirt, and let's say the shirt is $125, a polo shirt, and then they have some shoes that are $250, right? And then let's say they have some name brand jeans or some shit, and the jeans are $199. That 3-piece outfit, that's more, they're making more revenue than going to Kmart and getting Route 66 jeans, you know, getting some Shaq shoes, and getting a fucking Ghostbusters t-shirt at Kmart. And then on top of that, getting additional clothes like a beanie and stuff. So you can go to Kmart and perhaps get more, but are you getting more quality? See, as you get older, you learn about efficiency a bit more, right? Like, when I'm purchasing some of this gear for the channel, some of it is more money up front, but it's also future proof. You know, so I'm not gonna have to keep upgrading because the technology is improving, and I don't have to, you know, sell it and then get a new one. I already have, like, a lot of my electronics are more so future proof. They put the USB-C ports on it, and that's what everything's eventually going to. So when the change actually happens, I'm already set. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, real brother, holla at me. I got a bunch of stuff, man. But you know, I'm already set. Like, so it's about, I want to say it's about quality over quantity. Yeah, it looks pretty having 88,000 people, but do you really think Joshua Takam made more money than Mayweather Pacquiao, which didn't do 88,000 people in the seats? Like, come on, bro. Yeah, it's about that future proofing. You know, or just I mean, look at black people. They know about haircuts. I know people they rather pay $25 for a haircut, but then the cut's official. You know, especially in the black community. You know, or minorities like my Puerto Ricans, Mexican. You know, some people they probably rather spend definitely in the black community. They rather spend the $22 for a haircut, $25 for a haircut, than go to fucking super cuts and great cuts and all this shit. You know, you go to super cuts or some whack ass shit. They got you looking like fucking Bruce Lee and shit. Don't go too far, honey. Be over 60 seconds. You see water. You put water into a cup, it becomes. Yeah, no, they got you with a fucking bowl cut and all types of shit, looking like fucking good guy doll, child's play. So you know, people pay for quality. Same thing with the zone. Like you know, they keep saying pay per views dead. No, the fuck it ain't. You know, I'm going. Listen, I'm not buying something just because it's cheaper. See, this is the zone they gotta re-strategize, plan, plot, strategize, and bomb first. Ain't nobody buying something shit just because it's cheaper. You know, I got an iPad Pro. Shit's a beast. Motherfucker's a beast. I could have went and gotten an Insignia tablet from Best Buy for a fraction of the cost, but for my needs, for the channel, for what we got going, for my viewing pleasure, you know, I'm not gonna buy no some bullshit just because it happens to be cheaper. You know, that's what people the zone keep yeah, pay-per-views dead 10 a month. Yeah, that's cool, but what do you what fights you putting on? That's what ultimately matters, which is what I said last year, which is what I'm saying to this day. It's about the quality. You know, like I said, I know most people that I know, they would rather pay for a haircut, even though it's a little bit steeper, 15, 25 a cut, as opposed to paying somebody 8 in somebody's garage, and then they got your shit burning in the back, and they put that alcohol, and it feels like your ass is in the electric chair. You know, because they hella heavy handed. You know, they cutting, pushing your wig back. Like, come on, bro. He said I use supercut. Listen, certain people use supercut. That's what's up. If you like it, I'm not saying no one that supercuts has handles. You know, some people, if it works for you, it works for you. I'm just saying in general, ain't nobody just like if it. And there's different grades of hair. Supercuts might be beasts with certain people's hair, but not everybody. If you got soul glowing, just let your soul glow. Soul glow. You know, if you got soul glow, they might not know what the fuck they doing. You know, so it just depends. If it works for you, keep doing it. Keep rocking. You know, if you got hair like Wolverine, you know, maybe that works for you. Hey, Bub Berserker, bro. You know, all I'm saying is people pay for quality, and that ain't changing. A town business out of pocket. Supercut will have a brother looking like Mark Davis. That's what I'm saying. They gonna fuck your shit up probably. Have you looking like Braxton P. Hart? God damn it, Jamie. Have you looking like Braxton P. Hart in the brig and shit? What the fuck? Hey, you gotta have I always had Jamie. Why must don't do that? Like what the fuck? Nah, bro. My barber gotta have hands. I had it like when I first started going because I have a female barber now. I haven't had many females, but I had to get used to it because that shit start feeling good. As you touch on like because you know like niggas will just grab your ears any kind of way and rip your shit up, but yeah, my shit feeling good, like moving my shit all delicate. Oh shit, I'm in the chair with a boner and shit. Some people they be like Edward Scissor hands and shit, fuck your shit up. But women, they put that that extra attention. Shit. And me in the chair feeling like Prince. Yeah. Like I was feeling good in there. Purple rain, purple rain. Baby, I can never do before. Oh, ooh, give it to me. Have me feeling like, what the fuck? Man, why do these dudes? Why won't y'all leave me alone, bruh? Why? Neil Beaky, what the fuck is a Neil Beaky? You sound like you in somebody's village. Ego, are you a bum squad fanboy? Neil Beaky, what the fuck is that, bro? That sounds like a curse. What the fuck is a Neil Beaky? Where are you from? My name is Neil Beaky. It does smell like shit, doesn't it? Where are you from, Neil Beaky? What the fuck? Yeah, laughing my ass off. Bro, what the fuck is a Neil Beaky? Hey, Neil, where are you from? Neil Beaky. Hello? Neil, where you from? Can't call no chick's house with no name like that and shit. Yeah, let me speak to Samantha. Like Mask was calling, yeah, Neil Beaky. Like, what the fuck is a Neil Beaky? Hey, Neil. It's Neil Beaky. It's me, Beaky. Fucking DMX skit. Oh my. Speak Dutch mainly. Oh, sprechen Sie Deutsch. Hey, Neil Beaky. You gotta calm down, bro. Neil Beaky. KO Peptate. Neil Beaky ass. You sound like some medicine, bro. You gotta leave me alone. You gotta sit your Dutch ass down. I'm saying. All right, Neil Beaky. That's what's up. Uh, as Richard Pryor. See, this is why I hate it, because when I open the floodgates, Ego's army be riding on the person. He says Richard Pryor would say Freaky Deaky. That's your new name. Shout out, oh my gosh. Shout out to Surf. That's your new name. You Freaky Deaky. We know you be peeping in girls' windows. You a peeping Tom. Nah, bro, you a peeping Tom. You got restraining orders. How many restraining orders you got? Freaky Deaky. How many restraining orders you got? I just remember you posted some serious BS about the bronze Bambi. Little preschool names and shit. Hey, how many restraining orders are against you, bro? How many women have restraining orders against you? And all boxing fans know he's a fake paper champion. That's what's up. Speaking of paper, you know that piece of paper you got from the court, the restraining order? How many of those do you have? Since you want to talk about paper, let's talk about papyrus. How many of them pieces of paper you have with your name on it? Freaky Deaky. How many restraining orders you got currently? Motherfucker be in the bushes and it's close to midnight. It's something. But you're a funny guy. I'll give you that much. You tripper. Freaky Deaky. Freaky Beaky. See, Daryl Zapata killing you. If AJ offers a real, bro, here, listen. I could destroy your argument just like that. What movie is that from? I can destroy you. Just like that. And nobody will have to be destroyed. Just like that. What movie is that from? Listen. In this Damage Control Tour USA from Eddie Hearns and Anthony Joshua. They said they offer Wilder a percentage, factually speaking. Last year, Wilder, before the Povetkin fight, when he was in negotiations with that team, was begging for something better than a flat rate. He even offered Joshua $50 million. So if it was in them to budge and compromise and order order a percentage, right? Then why didn't they just offer him a percentage before the Povetkin fight, which in turn probably would have expedited the negotiations because Wilder wouldn't feel like he's getting fucking ripped off. We got to keep in mind, Wilder agreed to a flat fee of $15 million, sick of dealing with, and I'm sure he's so glad he didn't take that at this point, but he was willing to just say, fuck it, I'm going to do my best, I'm going to try to knock this dude out, gain the power. He was willing to take it. So why didn't they offer him that? I'm sure that would have had Wilder's team come to their senses a lot sooner. So why did they wait? Why did they wait and now want to offer him a percentage offer once he's in negotiations with Tyson Fury, once he's already battled Tyson Fury in a controversial good fight? If it was in you all along to compromise, then why didn't you just compromise from the beginning? It could have sped things up. That's the art of negotiating and haggling. Bottom line, I really believe even with the Dillian Whyte fight, Team Joshua, they've been struggling. Like they've been scrambling trying to get a fight. They know I don't know this. I don't have this for like a way to prove it, but it's just a hunch. Sometimes, just sometimes, I feel like these promoters will leak information through the media or through somebody and almost sit back and watch the reception. And if the reception isn't really bad, like decisions that they're not certain with, and if the reception isn't so bad, then they might pull the trigger and go through with it. For example, Terrence Crawford, they said he was going to fight Luis Collazo. I really think they were going to look at that. But then the reception for Crawford versus Collazo was so bad, people were just like, man, who's trying to see that? I don't want to see that. I don't even think it's that bad of a fight. But, a lot of people, when I was doing videos and stuff, they were pissed off at the fight. So that made them reconsider and start looking at Amir Khan. And that's where, where it ended. And that's where they landed. But in my honest opinion, I really feel that the promoters sometimes throw the information out there. They threw out the notion that Joshua could fight Gerald Miller in June, and they sat back and kind of looked at the feedback, and then they're like, damn, nah, we can't do that. So now they came back and offered Dillian Whyte something better because he was shopping deals and, looking to maybe even go somewhere else. So now they came back correct because they seen the response that Gerald Big Baby Miller versus Joshua got, and they know it's about money. It's about that almighty dollar. It's about that bottom line. So I really think they leak information and sit back and watch and see what people say, because I think they would have, if the feedback wasn't bad for Joshua fighting Gerald Miller, then they probably would have pulled the trigger on that. Because I think that's, in the eyes of them, I don't think they think Gerald Miller's as dangerous as Dillian Whyte is right now. But pressure bursts pipes. Hey, Neil Beakey, this is not about you. If you don't understand, go read a fucking book. I don't know. I'm not here to tutor you. If you want me to tutor you and school you on boxing, pay me. I'm gonna set up. I take Venmo, PayPal, Patreon. I'm not here to cater to you. This is not Destiny's Child. You talking about if he fought Klitschko in his 19th pro fight, why would he be afraid of Luis Ortiz? Bro, Luis Ortiz don't fight like Klitschko. So you're already lost in the sauce. Klitschko was coming off an 18-month layoff. Klitschko, y'all talk about Luis Ortiz's age. Klitschko's the same age, if not older, at least on paper. Klitschko 41, coming off a loss. He looked horrible versus Tyson Fury. He's not as aggressive as Luis Ortiz when the Luis Ortiz gets aggressive. He doesn't get on his toes like Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz has only been knocked out once. Klitschko's been knocked out multiple times. So if you can't understand that and you're trying to compare two shits that aren't even comparable, then you know, go read a book. You know, go read a Burt Sugar anthology or some shit. Leave me alone. You comparing? Why would he be afraid of Luis Ortiz? Luis Ortiz is his own person. You act like it's a package deal. Klitschko is his own fighter. Luis Ortiz is his own fighter. End of story. You can that's like saying, oh, why would Keith Thurman be afraid of Errol Spence when he fought Josecito Lopez? Like we're talking about two different styles, two different fighters, two different momentums, two different things happening in their careers. You know, you way off the mark. We drilling these dudes. 2019, I don't think we've seen one survivor. This shit is like Chernobyl. These motherfuckers, they got hit with that radioactive, you know, them radioactive fumes or something. There ain't no survivals, and the ones that are like fucking Chernobyl zombies and shit, bro. I turned boxing into Chernobyl, man. What y'all talking about? Y'all some fucking zombies.
I don't get it.
But what's Klitschko got to do with this shit? With Ortiz, he don't have nothing to do with it. Y'all some zombies. Get some new material, bro. Chesamine wants you gone. These dudes act like fucking Walking Dead and so why would they, bro? You know what it reminds me of? Smash the like button if y'all want to know what these dudes remind me of. Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah? I'll let you know what this reminds me of right now. I'm gonna tell y'all what this remind me of. I need a little bit of more. This remind me of, you know, them old school players, and like life has changed. Like maybe somebody who's just like caught up in the past, or maybe even someone who went to jail. They were in prison and they went away in the like late 70s, right? And they got out. They just got out, so they're not adjusted to the modern times because they've been in prison. They've been institutionalized for the last 25, 35 years or whatever, right? So the thing is, they're like not caught up to speed. So whatever was popping in the streets in 1978, 79, that's how they still act. They still got the flat top, they still got the caddy and the El Camino and shit. Like you the only one doing that. You got the afro, they got the bell bottoms and the shoes with the fish tank in it, the high heel platforms. But this is not 1979 anymore. Like the slang you're using, the words you're using, the way you're dressing, this is not Soul Train. They still caught up in a different era. That's how these Joshua fans are, these man fans. They're caught up in a different era. They're still using the same, oh yeah, Klitschko and signed a contract, big boy. They're still using like the old school, like the same things that have been proven wrong like a while ago. Yeah, man, them old school players and shit. Man, when I was your age, young blood, we had this. They still got razors and shit. Motherfuckers just got guns now. I mean, I'm not saying nobody don't carry the razor. People still carry the blade, but they don't carry like the vintage switchblade. Like like I'm talking about like razor blade. Like people used to carry the actual razor. Oh, some people got a butterfly knife or whatever. I'm talking about the actual razor. Like, man, you ain't nothing but a jive turkey sucker fool. Oh shit! Did I just get sliced with a open, a razor in hand. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, bro, these dudes, they're not even keeping up with the times anymore. They saying, sign the contract, big boy. Oh, Wilder's, he's ducking. They're saying the same shit they've been saying, bro. You guys look foolish. You look crazy. That shit is over. Even the 80, them old school, they had the Audi, classic Audi, on some paid in full shit, like early 90s. Like, bro, it's a different time. You still doing motherfuckers walking around the mall with a Bluetooth in their ear and shit. Hey, what'd you say? You got a big ass Bluetooth. You got a Bluetooth. The motherfuckers got, like, bro, ain't nobody use that Bluetooth shit, my guy. That jawbone and shit. These motherfuckers at the mall, walking through the mall. Hey, speak up, I can't hear you. What'd you say? Oh yeah, man. Tony bought me 2 sweaters. Tony bought me 2 sweaters. Yeah. They walk around with that Bluetooth. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be at the NCO club. I'm gonna be at the party. Motherfuckers that had them Bluetooth, they used to always want people to know. Like, they act like that proved your stature and stuff. They always want motherfuckers to know that they had it in their ear, talking hella loud and shit. Yeah, man, I'm just in Best Buy. Huh? Huh? Checking a pager and shit. Like, bro, take that shit out your ear, dog. Like, it's 2019. Get some Beats by Dre or some shit. Get some AirPods. What the fuck is you doing, bro? Yeah, man. She came home with me. Yeah, we was at the club. They get the fucking Bluetooth out your shit, bro. These dudes is ridiculous, bro. Bro, I'm from a long line. Like, I'm just telling y'all, bro. Like, y'all don't want to play the dozens with me. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Like, it's not safe. You don't want to play the roast game. Freaky deaky, all y'all motherfuckers. I've been doing this at an elite level for a long time. Long time. Since your mama Joe's. Your mother's so fat, she went to bed with a ruler to see how long she slept. That bitch went to bed like this. Hey, we been playing the dozen since your mama jokes. You not fucking with me. That's the when you want you want to open up the dozens. Your mama's so fat. Your mama's so dumb. Your fucking mama's so dumb. Mama's so dumb she went to bed with a ruler to see how long see how long she slept. Motherfuckers, we used to have props. Like, you'll get flamed up. Fuck. Get it. Your mama's so your mama's so stupid she sold a car for gas money. That's what I'm saying. Your mama's so stupid she thought Tupac Shakur was a Jewish holiday. Fuck you mean? Like, come on. Fuck a woman. Mama's so skinny she has to run around the shower to get wet. There was some funny ones like when they first debuted. That shit was funny. Your mom was so dumb. I told her it was chilly outside. She went to get a bowl. like that shit. We used to go, hey, bro, I'm bringing your mama jokes back. Fuck you mean? Your mom was so dumb. I told her about the Keith Thurman fight. I said his name. I said, you watched the one time fight? She thought one time was a memory. Dumbass bitch. What you talking about? I said Keith one time. She thought I was talking about a memory. What you mean, dumbass mama? I'm bringing your mama jokes back. Fuck it. 2019. Fuck it. So dumb she thought the Zone was a pizza place. Oh, hold on. We got a super chat. Let me get it. Tom Etheridge, $2 super chat. If you use resumes to avoid fights, you a scared fanboy. That's what I'm saying, bro. Joshua's team keep talking about his accomplishments. oh, in my 15th fight, like that's cool. We're not worried. That's you did what you did. You got to the next level. You got money. Cool. Talking about your 22nd fight or whatever number you're on now. He just keep talking to like Joshua is the only person in boxing that I really see constant. I'm talking about every interview, constantly talk about his past. You never. When have you seen Canelo do that? You know, every time Joshua they say, "Oh, what about Wilder Fury?" You know, the thing is, them guys they turn pro. They turn pro a year after, you know, a year before after I started boxing. In my 15th fight, I'm fighting for a title. We get it. You've already done that. That's already. You never hear Canelo like in my 38th fight, I was doing it. No, you know, nobody says, "Oh, in my Canelo don't talk about oh, my 44th fight, I was fighting Floyd, or when I was 23, I was fighting Floyd." He don't talk like that. Canelo could easily just bring up, you know, oh yeah, when I was 23, I was already fighting the likes of Floyd. But he don't. He just got his ass whooped, learned from it, and got better. Boom. Now he the money man. Boom. You never know. Boom. 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 Joshua's the only one that I really see habitually talking about his past accomplishment. Oh, I fought Klitschko. It was my 15th fight. Yeah, okay. Guillermo El Chacao Rigondeaux, he fought Nonito Donaire in his 11th or 13th fight. I forget. No, Lomachenko, he fought for a title in his second fight. Cool. Get it. I got this for my when y'all stress me out. I mean, y'all got to get one of these. Yeah, you never know. That's what I use for the when y'all stress me out. I mean, that grip right. Canelo really doesn't do interviews. It doesn't matter because he does interviews. When he does do interviews, I don't see him talking about, oh, when I was 23, because he's not 23 anymore. 28. He's where he's at now in his career. Joshua's the only one. I'm a gold medal, 15, my 16 fight. When I was this, I fought Klitschko. In my 15 fight, I'm fighting Charles Martin. Like, that's cool. But at the end of the day, you've already accomplished that. We know where you've been. You know, we Anthony Jones, pay me. You want to talk to me, pay me. I'm not dealing with this. Joshua had the opportunity to fight Wilder. He had first dibs on Wilder. In the fucking story. That's it. You, your friends, anybody else, that's the end of it. He's now willing to come fight Gerald Miller in America. He said he was open to the idea, which was a horrible idea to say, even if he fights Dillian Whyte. It's horrible to even acknowledge that because you said you didn't want to fight in America. So now we know that it don't make sense. You said you didn't want to fight in America because of the rinky judges, but you're not worried about it with Gerald Miller. Gerald Miller was saying stuff about AJ's mom. He was in his face. You know, he's undefeated. So why are you willing to fight in America for him, but not Wilder, the fight everyone wants to see you fight? End of story. Bottom line, Wilder is scared. Shooters, let's go on to capping. These dudes is capping. Let's go on a capping spree. Mr. Pigeon Jr., block him. 60-40 still dug it. Listen, if y'all putting this stupid shit with no explanation, we just gonna start clapping. So keep the comments coming. Mr. Pigeon, you a pigeon. Block him. Just block him. I'm not dealing with it. If you saying this foolish shit going against the grain and you're not willing to justify it with any, you know, and back up any of the points you're making, you're getting blocked. If you have a difference of opinion, cool. I'm with that. But I want to see your talking point that rebuttals or rebuts anything that I've said, anything that we've been talking about. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're wasting people's time. So say Wilder's ducking. I'm good with that. Say he's ducking, but tell us why. So we could see right off the bat without picking and prying, waiting for a response. So we could see exactly where you're coming from the moment you leave these comments. Because these, my friends, are drive-by comments. Every time they do this, they try to open a can of worms by saying something radical. I consider that you're basically trolling. They try to open a can of worms, and then when we get down to it, and I start asking questions, we find out they're full of shit. They're lying. They're not telling factual information, and it's just a waste of people's time. So if you disagree and you want to show your opinion and you want to do the hot seat, I'm good with that. If you think Wilder is ducking, I'm good with that. But in your response, where you're telling the world that Wilder is scared and he's ducking, he don't want to take 60-40, also include why you feel he's ducking. If you don't want to do that, we're not taking you serious, because we've been beat these babies. We've been beat these bitches. We've been beat these busters. That simple. So, difference of opinion, cool. But you guys, see, this is what happens when you are in the lead. Like, it's like court almost. If I accused ESPN of firing me, let's say I worked at ESPN or something, and I accuse ESPN of firing me unethically, or like they did something outside. I was, I open. I don't know. I was about to say something crazy, but anyway, if I was trying to say ESPN fired me unjustly or unethically, right? I have the burden of proving that. I got to go to court. I got to file the claim. I got to, they got to get served with papers. But then I, the accuser, have the burden. I have the burden of showing receipts to show that I have a legit claim and this is what happened. And I have to show the documentation. You look at the girl who said Chris Brown sexually assaulted her in Paris. Chris Brown got taken in, him and his entourage or whatever, and then they released him. So that means obviously her story was not making sense, or they found a lie, or something within her character where they felt is some bullshit. You know why? Because unfortunately, I'm not co-signing rape or anything, but if you accuse someone of heinous crime like rape, you have to you have to explain. Your story has to be consistent. Those are serious charges. So you have to explain what happened. And if your story's all over the place and it sounds like you're lying, then you'll probably lose it. So that's where we're at. We're at a point. Hey, James Souza, that was protect security. I unblock him. That was a little bit harsh. He said, shooters, do not clap me. I'm saying this respectfully. You didn't have to clap him for that, bro. James, chill out, bro. You just clapped two people. Unless you have some other reason why you're clapping on. Like, James, you got to slow up on the trigger, bro. He was like pleading for help and shit, bro. James, don't clap anyone for the next couple minutes, because you hot on the trigger right now. He's like, hey, I'm saying this respectfully. Please don't shoot. Please don't. Bop. No, I know, but you could let some of these people live. Like, I really want to target the people who are like the real foolish shit. I understand most of these dudes don't have no, world knows the truth. But I'm just saying, you don't have to be that heavy handed on on the trigger, bro. Listen, if you think Wilder's at fault, that's fine. Tell us why. That's it. Tell us why. Why is he at fault when Joshua's the A side. He had first dibs. He had like this is like, let's say Wilder was selling a classic muscle car and Joshua was the first person that Wilder offered the car up to. He said, "Hey, we have a brand new engine, has a nice, upholstery and leather. It's a classic muscle car. They only made, a certain amount of these particular cars. It's been restored. It runs great. Whoop, whoop, whoop." And Wilder offered that muscle car to Joshua in 2018. Joshua molded over and ultimately said, "Oh, I'll get back to you. I'm not sold. I want to buy it. I got the money, but I don't know." And he left it like that. So Wilder, being a businessman and trying to make his next move his best move, found Tyson Fury. And he said, "Oh, hey, same spill. Hey, it's a car, engine rebuild, whoop, 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 muscle car, classic." Tyson Fury showed interest and purchased the car. Now, all of a sudden, AJ's mad because the car got sold to somebody else. This is a comparable analogy to what's happening. AJ had first dibs. He is the A side. You know, he makes more money than Tyson Fury. Allegedly, you know, he makes more money. You had first dibs. You had the first opportunity when Tyson Fury was an afterthought, when nobody was even looking at Tyson Fury. You know, they weren't even looking at him as a potential. You had the opportunity to pull the trigger and get the Wilder fight done. You and your team, and you guys didn't get it done. Then all of a sudden, Povetkin got ordered when it looked like it was close to getting done. You know, you missed out. You missed the boat. Now Wilder and Fury are gonna make some money. So that's what it is. Anyway, bottom line, these other dudes, they got the burden. They got the burden of proving the shit that they say. We've already done it over and over and over and over again. We've already showed the inconsistency. We've already showed the things that have been changed. We've already showed the proof. We've showed the receipts. This is what they are not willing to do. Yeah, it makes me mad at Eddie Hearn. I hate that they can't even say stuff like that. Eddie Hearn is pushing this narrative like Shingle and Wilder aren't even answering emails. He's doing that to create, you know, for the people who are gonna bite down on it and be suckered into believing that narrative. So when Wilder was complaining, him and his side were complaining that they received an offer and it was a shit offer. They received the offer and the date and the venue weren't filled out and stuff like that. They were still answering emails and calls and shit like that. But then after getting an immense runaround and they found another opponent that helps them get that bag and helps, you know, put Wilder in meaningful, marketable fights, now they're not worried about Eddie. So of course Eddie Hearn's going to push the narrative that, oh, he won't even respond to us. That shows that he doesn't want it. But no one's falling for that. That's like, it's too easy to see. Whole time you were filling out contracts and with no date and venue and acting like it was hard to make. Oh, now we can't have this fight at Wembley in September. You guys took too long. Now all of a sudden you're talking about they won't answer. It's the oldest trick in the book. We done. Bottom line is this: we've done our part for the last year plus regarding this whole subject. You, man fans, you have the burden of proving it. That's it. I don't have really nothing else to say. If anybody wants to challenge what we've been saying, that's fine. But don't just say, Ego, you're biased. Oh, Ego, you're dick riding Wilder. Oh, you're on Wilder's payroll. You know, Wilder's ducking. You can put all those things, but make sure in your response that you also put why. See, this is the thing that they conveniently leave out. So if you're willing to leave out the why, then I don't believe you off rip because I've already done the work. So if you say all this shit, oh, Ego, you're biased, you're bitch, and, you know, Wilder's ducking, but you're not willing to put why, then we don't believe you. It's that simple. Put why, like, basically, we on some Wolf of Wall Street shit. Shout out to Jordan Belfort. Right? You guys ever seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street? The man, Jordan Belfort, sell me this pen. This is where we're at. These man fans have been getting destroyed. They've been getting annihilated. They've been getting killed, right? So you got to sell us this pen. Wilder's ducking. Sell us the idea that he's ducking by providing the proof. Sell me this pen. It's that simple. I've done this topic. We've talked about it over and over. We've played clips. We showed clips. Ego's Army has brought up great points. I brought up some great points. Sell me this pen. So if you're trying to go against the grain and say all that, that's cool. Sell me this pen. You tell me how Wilder, you know, wasn't pursuing the fight, or, you know, how he's ducking. Yeah, they're mad at Lennox Lewis now, bro. Oh, Lennox Lewis, this is bullshit because he called him out. Again, we worked so hard last year and the year before. We're just doing a victory lap. I already told you, Nipsey Hussle. These guys are finally in the minority. They're the minority now. We're the majority. It's that simple. So we don't have to. All we have to do is go about our regular days. They're the ones that have to come up with these like cockamamie stories, and why would they not respond to the emails? You know why they're not responding. Listen, Eddie Hearn keeps saying, why would they not respond to emails? Wilder yesterday at the Keith Thurman fight just told the media we should get an announcement for Wilder Fury 2. This is what I've been saying. We know why they're not responding to emails. They're not worried about you. They're not worried about you because you gave them the runaround. And if Wilder Fury 2 is announced, then once again, we're going to look godlike over here, new media, because what we said made sense and it added up. These people playing the role and playing dumb, they're going to look dumb, because they're trying to act like they can't. Why would Wilder? It's about undisputed. Why won't Wilder answer the email? You know why? Because he already has his own dance partner that he would rather fight. I don't blame Wilder. Whose team would you rather work? Based on the last year and a half, you already done a successful fight. You have unfinished business. Tyson Fury, I think Wilder really respects. Vice versa, Fury really respects Wilder. I mean, how could you not after challenging each other? So, all things considered, if I was Wilder or Fury, I would rather work with what I'm more familiar with. Why would I want to work with Eddie Hearn based on the runaround he gave me? If I'm Wilder, why would Tyson Fury? He got Eddie Hearn saying all this stuff in the public. Why would you want to work with that? Eventually, yeah, maybe you have to work together to make these fights. But Eddie Hearn's, I'm telling you, they really dug a hole for themselves. Eddie Hearns, after the Povetkin fight, says Tyson Fury, I mean, he's a good boxer, but he's incredibly boring. He's the most boring fighter in boxing. He's the most boring guy I've ever watched. Why would you want to work with him extensively when he calling you boring? When he's saying Wilder ain't worth shit? Meanwhile, you respect Fury. You respect Frank Warren didn't do nothing to Wilder. Shelly Finkel didn't do nothing to Tyson Fury. They already did good business once. Come on, bro. You can strip this on it. See, I'm the king of analogies, so I'll give you a quick analogy for all my, people that smoke weed. I don't smoke, but I'm the king of analogies. If you go, let's say you're new in town, and then you deal with two dealers trying to get a bag. You trying to get you're trying to get cookies. You're trying to get weed, right? And one dealer is Eddie Hearns. The other dealer is Frank Warren or Al Heyman, right? You go to Eddie Hearns, the drug dealer. This is all hypothetical. So, you go to Eddie Hearns and then you go to his trap or meet him and then he gives you some weed. You go back home and, and smoke with your people, and this shit is like bad, poor quality, and it's Reggie. He sold you Reggie. He charged you top dollar and he sold you Reggie. He sold you some dirt weed. He sold you some bum ass shit, right? Versus you go to this other dealer, Al Heyman, Frank Warren, and they have Eva. You got that Kush. You got that Granddaddy. You got that whatever you smoke, whatever strain. And this shit is a peaceful high, a comfortable high. You feel good. You don't feel lethargic. You feel, it's that strong. The shit smell good, right? Don't give me no Bam or weed. That's what I'm saying. What dealer are you going to go back to as a weed smoker? Somebody that gave you that ready, they gave you that shit, the color was on, the smell was right, price was, decent for what you got or good for the quality you got. Or you going to go to Eddie Hearns who gave you some shit with sticks and stems and some Reggie. What the fuck? Like, it's that simple. It's that simple. Eddie Hearn gave Wilder Reggie all of 2018. That shit was a dub. Nothing happened. Nothing came about. That, wasted time. Wilder just sitting after Luis Ortiz fight, wasted all these months. He could have been fought Dominic Brazil, took care of another mandatory, and maybe came back and fought fucking Fury in December. He might have been able to get 3, but he was worried about trying to get the Joshua fight and all these stagnated negotiations. So once again, who you gonna go back? You know, he said, "I need that fire, no stems." That's what I'm saying. It's common sense. So all these people playing dumb. Oh, why would he? I thought he wanted undisputed. Why is it not about undisputed? Why won't he answer email anymore? Just answer the email, sign the contract. But nobody's playing these games. And then on top of that, this was the worst, in my opinion. This is probably one of the worst chain of events that have ever come about to expose what's really going on under them lights, and because so much has happened. Dillian Whyte complained about getting lowballed. Wow. Whyte doesn't really like Wilder. They don't get along or anything, and they're both complaining about being lowballowed and getting the runaround and getting, under undervalued or whatever in a Joshua fight. What a coincidence. Gerald Miller saying he never heard from nobody. It's a common denominator. Luis Ortiz said he got a shit offer to fight Dillian Whyte. So, I can't believe that all these 3 people, 4 people, Tyson Fury got an offer to sign with DAZN, $3 million, and he turned it down. There's a reason why people are turning it down. If it was so good, it's like, there's like YouTubers that constantly like talk about what the next person is doing. Like, oh, Ego, he sucks, his video sucks. Like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Boxingego sucks. I'm the truth. But the thing is this: if you're the truth, you don't really even have to tell nobody, or you don't have to tell them frequently. Your numbers and your channel would be indicative and reflect that. Get what I'm saying? Like, if you the best, you the best. And people will bow down and get out your way. You don't have to mention me. I don't have nothing to do with, nobody else but Boxingego and my community, Ego's army. But you notice people be, just clout chasing, name dropping, coattailing, bringing up other people for status. There's a reason these people are all getting, saying the same thing. Oh, I was lowballed. I was lowballed. I was low. Come on, bro. Larry London, $2 super chat. Shout out to you. Appreciate it. He's trying to speak it into existence. That's not quite how the laws of attraction work. Not going to just attract some. Hamza, what's good? What's popping? Just talking about it. So anyway, we at a point, we've already done the labor. We've already done the work. The other guys that are saying opposite stuff, the other guys saying other stuff, bottom line is they have the burden of proving it. Nobody believes it. Hamza, what's popping? Nobody believes it. So we just sit back and go about our business. But all this, why is he not answering the email? You know why. I know why. We all know why. One person sold you Reggie, and the other person sold you that Kiva, that Kush, bubble. Period. Who would you rather work with? Now, let's talk about this. I got to talk about this. Like, here's my thoughts. I'm going to just say it real quick. Your views increase when you have Boxingego in the title of the video. Yeah, because all the people we blocked, all the old hot seats, they come and, yeah, man, his channel sucks, but they still watch me. If you're not, listen, you don't even have to mention, if somebody's doing a horrible job, what's done in the dark comes to light, I, like, the people would tell you I'm going out of business quicker than it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it like this. I believe in the universe. I believe in karma. If somebody sucks and if somebody's not doing what they're supposed to be doing, it'll show, period. You don't have to help the process. You don't have to, oh yeah, like, people be saying, ego bought subscribers and all that. Okay, cool. So if all this is fake, then, who are you, the police? If I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, if I'm not making no money, if I'm not, thriving, if we're not growing, then you don't have to worry about it. My channel's just gonna self-destruct because I'm cheating the system. I'm gonna get a copyright strike from YouTube or break the community guidelines. So you don't even have to worry about it. but they know they don't fucking believe it. They don't believe what they're saying. They don't, oh yeah, your channel's falling off. They don't believe it, because if you believed it, you would just allow nature to take its course. You would let nature take its course, and I would be making no money on this and not growing, and then it'll be the end of it. That's what. So it's like wishful thinking. People try to project, and most of the time is really what's happening with their channel. People talk, oh, ego's going out of business. People are gonna get tired of his shit, and the blood channel. All right, cool. Then my growth on this platform, my days are numbered. You got me. These channels are hating on ego to clout chase. We know this. If you expose someone on one video would suffice. Shout out to Hamza. We see, boy, we be thinking eye to eye, seeing this shit. That's what I'm saying. If you how many times you gotta expose somebody? That's like me dissing Jay-Z and talking about I killed him and it's over for him. And then he don't respond. And then I do 10 more disses on him. Then obviously I didn't kill him that bad if I have to keep killing him. TBV is growing fast too. Yeah, because they just in the field, shout out to my guys that work over there, out to Ness and all them. And they mind their fucking business and just try to grow boxing, grow their brand. That's what happens when you do this shit, what you're supposed to be. A lot of people want to talk about, oh, my channel's so great, ego don't know shit. Okay, if your channel's so great, then I don't have nothing. It's not no package deal. I don't have nothing to do with your channel. You know what I'm saying? So you should be growing. You should have caught me by now, and you should be killing me. It's like when people, this is how you always test. When I say this shit, I don't care if anyone believes me or not, because I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna fucking show you. I love a challenge. I love when someone says I can't do something. This is the ultimate test. Sometimes when people say stuff, you have to ask yourself, who are you trying to convince? Them or yourself? I have the best channel. Now, are you trying to build yourself up and like gas yourself up into think you have the best channel? Like, cause why would you even, I have to constantly say this channel sucks or this, that, and that, or ego don't know what he's talking about. But I know all of the answers. Who are you trying to convince? It's not like you're trying to convince yourself more than anything. I've been subbed for 5 years and I've never seen ego mention other channels or do reaction videos. Enough said. Because I react to the news. See, I react to the news. They react to me. I'm going to say it one more time. I react to the news. They react to me. These motherfuckers care more about my reaction or my thought process to the news than they do about the actual news. And that's the problem. Beta male shit. I react to the news. They react to me. Oh, yeah, ego. He brought up Canelo's rehydration clause. Why? Why you worry about, why you care what I think? What did I do? They care more about what I think about the news than the news. Get it, bro? Clout chasing at its finest. Yeah, man. These dudes be desperate. It is what it is. But I promise you, I'm working. You will see. Nothing else needs to be said. You will see. Don't be surprised if you're like, damn, okay, I noticed that change. Okay. And you just start seeing changes. We working. They can worry about me. This is great. They worried about me and I'm worried about me. I can't lose. How can I lose when we all worried about what ego's doing? Ego's next. See, and I'm going to tell you a little piece of advice along the same lines. Worry about your fucking self, your inner circle, your family, and yourself. Period. How could you be 100 or 110% vested in you when you're worried about what the next person is doing? Listen, don't put anybody's name in my videos. My shooters, don't retract. If you put someone's name, retract your own comment. We don't do that. We don't do soliciting. I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity. I don't care about any, but listen, I don't care about nobody's channel but what we doing over here. So you guys can talk. Don't put no other channel. I don't care. I don't care what nobody's doing. Like I said, unless they accomplish what we accomplished. I said what I said, and it's not even to anyone particularly. It's just to everybody. Oh shit, ego going to step it up even more. The other channels screwed more. Wait, bro. Wait till you see what I'm cooking. Your boy is cooking. Anyway, we just working. But like I said, how could you be 110% invested in your small business and your channel and your brand and your whatever when you worried about what the next person is doing? You know, like I tell you this, I say this in the most humble and sincere way. I don't have any competition. People, they can have more subscribers than me, less, the same amount. We can have the same exact fucking number. There is no competition. I have no competition in this game. There's nobody, because I know what I'm capable of. Only competition I have is that man in the mirror. I'm just trying to be better than I was last year, last week, yesterday. That's it. That's simple. I don't care what the next person. That's why I said don't mention nobody's channels and my shit. I don't care what they doing. I promise you that. I'm worried about me. I'm trying to, do things, align things, get my brand popping, give different things to the fans, growth, work on my presentation skills, my editing. I don't care. I don't have time to be bothered with the next person. Let them do that. Like I said, can't be fully invested. You're doing worried constantly expert. It's like you ever watch them cooking shows and they give like a competition. Oh, you get 5 ingredients and then you got to make something. You have to make a cake or dessert for the judges, and you got 45 minutes, and then the people are preparing it. The people who are focused on their dessert and their presentation and just zoning out, trying to maximize and use that 45 minutes, they usually do better. But you see the people who are like looking to see what they're making and all that shit, you probably ain't gonna win because you worried about the dessert they're making, and you on a nothing in this world is given. A lot of people, I posted this on Twitter the other day. A lot of people act like they're on this earth unlimited. We all have a limited amount of time. Some people act like their time here is limited. That's why I don't have no competition, because I don't have time. I don't have time to be worried about. I got to do everything. I can't live with regrets. That's one thing. That's how I'm built. I can't live with regret. I can't be 40 years from now like, oh yeah, I should have done this. I can't do that. I'm worried about the desserts I'm making. I'm not worried about. I got 45 minutes. Ooh, let's see what I could do. I'm trying to win this. I'm trying to win this. Life is a race. Life is a game. It just depends on how you play. I'm not worried about what the next person's cooking. I'm worried about the presentation, the best thing I can come up with. It's that simple. Yeah, these kids be balling. There's some kid that he's like the highest paid person on YouTube. He reviews toys and shit. Trying to catch him. That's my comment. No, I'm just playing. Shout out to Tom Etheridge, $5 super chat. Ego, or it says fighters want both. They want the titles and a fair purse. There's no one or the other. AJ fans want fighters to put belts over a purse. Of course they want both. It's a livelihood. Shit, I'm about to start reviewing toys. Once I found out how much that kid was making, yeah, I'll be like, yeah, this is a Build-A-Bear, y'all. I don't give a fuck. Call me a sellout. I'll review some toys. I'll act like a kid too. Fucking Billy Madison. It don't even matter. Now you're all in big, big trouble. Shit. I'm about to start a toy channel. Fuck you mean? I need that bread. I need that bag. Yeah, this the new Power Ranger with Kung Fu grip. I happen to like this one. The Black Ranger. Why does the Black Ranger? Why does he want to dance? Yeah, man. And see, that's that pocket watching, these motherfuckers be broke and shit. That's another thing. If you about your bread, like, how you worry about Ego got another super chat? Why you care? What's that got to do with you? I get more super chats than channels with more subscribers than me. Y'all know that. Y'all do know that, right? And you know I get paid off the video, bro. Come on, bro. See, stunt gang. Now we got to stunt a little bit. Y'all know that, right? There's channels with way more subscribers than me. They ain't getting super chats like me. And they go live. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I told you we came, set goals, accomplish goals, set new ones. It's all about the execution. It's all about what you do. You know, there's channels with way more subscribers than me. Let them go live. Let me go live. See what them super chats talking about at the end of the month. At the end of the month, you know, motherfucker, I'm TB Ego. Get it? You know, truth be told, I see some of these people in boxing, and I can't watch everyone's live and shit, but I've seen some or skimmed through, and I ain't never seen some of these dudes really get no super chats ever. You know, like people, you can just watch it. That's what I'm saying. This is the people's, the envy really comes out when people talking about, oh, Ego. They mad at other shit too. They're not just mad at the opinion at this point. They mad at the camera quality. You know, they mad at my audio be sounding crisp. You know, they mad at the super chat. It's different shit too. You know, oh, how did he get? Why did Real Brother 32? Yeah, brother. Why did Real Brother 32 send $100? Huh, he sent another $100, brother. You be mad as fuck, bro. There's channels, I'm telling you, there's more to it, more than meets the eye. Especially if they have to keep mentioning me. I've seen boxing channels bite small pieces of Ego's MO, like doing voices, debating trolls. Man, I've seen it all. They be stealing my blueprint. I was here before most of these dudes. It was like me and Dante were probably like the ones that, I'm not saying we were the first in terms of like covering boxing, but we were probably the first that blew up with this style, you know, integrating boxing coverage live in the field with being able to just do a post fight and get views that way too. And then, you know, oh, Keith Thurman versus Josecito Lopez, man. I got the blue, bro. But enough about me. Boxing's in a good spot. Look for them upgrades. If the haters was mad previously, they gonna be fucking livid when you see what we start doing. Gonna just more and more and more. I like to make, like in the words of Eminem, I love pissing you off. It gets me off. Like my lawyer when the fucking judge lets me off. I love pissing you off. And I'm coming. I'm doing more and more. I'm doing more shit that people said that I shouldn't. You hear me? So if they was mad at previous shit, we only touched the tip of the iceberg. They gonna crash into the iceberg, Titanic style. I'm coming. Death Row East, Ego Valley, believe in it. If you liked the channel before, you gonna love it because my mental, everything's clicking. Everything, we worked hard to get to, work hard. I was working a regular job years ago. I ain't been back since. I ain't going back. Going back to a regular job on someone else's like terms is like going to prison for me. I'm not going back. I'm always gonna be relevant. I'm always gonna reinvent myself. You know, you're not gonna catch me slacking. I'm coming. I'm working. We doing this. We're gonna keep talking about boxing. We're gonna keep growing. We're gonna keep whatever y'all want. That's why I say I encourage y'all. Y'all got constructive criticism, things you want to see on the channel, ways to prove if you feel you're an asset to the team, you can help, or you know someone that can help. Let me know. I'm coming. I promise you. I don't like to do a lot of talking, but that's all I'm gonna say. I'm coming. Thug life. That's my comment. Thug life. Be coming. All these issues in boxing, I really feel like we left our mark, man. We making it hard for people to eat. These issues are being discussed because before new media, this is my honest opinion. My honest opinion. Thug life. That's my comment. Thug life. Before new media, I felt like a lot of these other like old media motherfuckers, they wouldn't even bring up some of these issues. Like when they seen like contradictions, or you know, Eddie Hearns would do interview A and then say something different in interview B, they wouldn't even ask about it. They was like scared. They was scurry. You know, they was scurry when it was time to get real. And ever since new media came along, now you see people writing different types of articles now that make you think, where like I'm seeing articles like, oh yeah, is this, or is so and so overhyped? They're posing these questions. This is what we wanted. Death Row East, believe in it. But before, I've been in the game for a minute. Young Carlito. I told you I'm Ego Brigante. And this wasn't always the case. Like, for example, like let's say Gennady Golovkin. He has a fan base. Some of his fans can be radical. He's a good fighter. Some of his fans can be radical. Back in the day, if you said that Triple G, at the time when Triple G was ducking Andre Ward, if you said it, people were mad that I was doing videos saying, hey, Triple G didn't want no parts of Andre Ward. They were mad. But now you see people speaking out on Triple G for this and that, like not looking like he wants to fight Charlo, lack of competition. But back in the day, before new media, you didn't really see that. Everyone's just like acting like Triple G walked on water. It was just like, no, I'm not gonna say nothing bad. They didn't want to see a step up in competition. They was content. They wanted to see him fight Adama over and over, those types of guys. Like Tupac said, the day I got out of jail was a motherfucking problem to be where you was from. The day new media came on was a problem. We started posing questions. We started like doing video, because you got to understand, boxing is a small niche community. It's a small community. I see the same people at the fights, no matter where, the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. I see the same people, by and large, or a few of the same people, or it's the same people. Period. Same people. Small community. So that's just what it is when it comes to this boxing shit. So the narratives oftentimes start in YouTube. I know people that don't even read anymore. They like Floyd Mayweather. They not read. No, I'm just. That was a tasteless joke. But anyway, they come to YouTube, to see what's popping in boxing and what fights to check and to join the conversation. That's where they come. I told you. I promise you. Whether YouTube sends out notification, we're crushing. I promise you, we coming. I don't really make promises because I don't like to say stuff, but I promise you, we coming. There's people with bigger platform, ESPN, Fox, and then people come to see what the fuck I'm talking about Keith Thurman's fight before they go to ESPN, before they go to Fox. You see, here's another thing. Do y'all know PBC on Fox got their own boxing YouTube? Some of y'all didn't even know that. Some of y'all aren't subscribed. They only have 13,000 subscribers. Go follow them. I tell you, I run boxing. We do this. They only got 13,000 followers. Go follow PBC on Fox right now. And the thing is, they did a breakdown of Keith Thurman versus Jose Cito Lopez with Danny Garcia. A lot of y'all didn't even know that. But guess what? They came to my video to join the conversation. They came to my live stream after the Keith Thurman fight. I've been here. We in this position. I'm like the sword and the stone. You can't move me. I'm like Thor's hammer. You can't move it. We put in too much work. We are part of this community. We planted seeds. Now we got roots. So, anyway, that's my little rant. Everyone has their own digital channel now, but just know the originator. And listen, like I said, I don't look at PBC on Fox. I don't look at none of that as competition. I'm gonna do me. At the end of the day, and see, this is the thing. Me personally, I like the YouTube platform because I get to be me. I get to do. I'm not saying I wouldn't accept an assignment, but if you ever see me work for somebody in boxing, just know they cashed out. Period. Just know that. Because I like the freedom. I like the creative control. I can't just be on Fox doing Arnold impressions. If I was on Fox on PBC and they're like, what'd you think of Keith Thurman versus Jose Cito? I can't be like, what are you doing, Keith? Get down there. I can do that on my shit. This is my shit. I pay the bills. I keep the lights on. Me and the fans. You know, ain't nobody. I don't got no like. I ain't got no curfew. I can wear whatever I want. I got a fucking MJ. Got a fucking MJ shirt on. I don't gotta wear no suit and tie. If I want to do Arnold, I can do Arnold. Dillian, give these people yeah. You know, I can do that. If I want to do Mike Tyson, I can do it. After custom, do that. Nobody. I'm just ferocious. I want his heart. I want to eat his kids. Like nobody, you know, they can't stop it. We do this. I want to do Denzel. Yeah, okay. Eddie Hearns, he said he ain't getting no response with the emails on us. All you motherfuckers. Yeah. Okay. You now Anthony Joshua after Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, huh? He's negotiating with Tyson Fury. All of a sudden, yeah, AJ want to come to the table. He want to give him a percentage now. That's what you telling me. Yeah, bro. We do what we want. Mike Tyson was a savage. And I'm a savage too. I'm the new Tyson. I'm taking his place. It's final. I'm not a textbook fighter. Right jab, right jab. I fight to win. Totally to win. To win. I fight to win. Motherfucker said he like to give. I like to go to the strip club and give them lap dance. Motherfucker said he gives the strippers lap. Damn. Some channels have been attempting to bite the voices. I peeped that, bro. They bite more than that, you know. But I act. Like I was doing acting shit before, so unless you have the similar, you know, background, catch up. I know they not fucking with my Pacquiao. Yeah. When I fight Adrian Brunner, I feel I was I sick. Do. You know, they not. Y'all know who started this shit. I'm so ecstatic. Can I like you took my money? Can I at least get a blowjob? Motherfucker Pacquiao was watching that Thurman fight probably like, yeah. I want to fight. I believe it's a good fight if me one time if I fight Keith. Pacquiao seen that 7th round, he probably was like juiced. If Josecito, if he hit Keith with lots of punches, then I will beat Keith's ass if I know Errol Spence, Crawford, Pacquiao, they was all juiced to watch that 7th round. Hey, I like Keith. I like Keith a lot, but he talked a good one just the morning of to have that performance in the 7th. He wasn't even doing bad, but that 7th round that kind of killed it. You know, you was talking about Pacquiao get put to sleep and shit like that. So I'm like thinking you gonna go out there and like just ravage Josecito Lopez, but that's not what happened. Anyone remember East Coast rappers were biting Das Effect? The diggity flow? Yeah, of course. That's what happens to anything great. You go to a flea market, you see fake Gucci bags and glasses and Michael Kors and shit. That's what happens. That's how you know we relevant over here, what we do. Yeah, that 7th round was not a good look based on the level of shit talk. He was talking about Canelo on that meat and talking about he wanted to fight Canelo. Hey, not looking like that. Because Canelo, ever since the Mayweather loss, he on some different shit, bro. I don't want to see no Keith Thurman if he look like that. Drake. You know it's weird, Keith, because usually power's the last thing to go, but Keith Thurman ain't had no knockout in a minute. You know, I know he has power, but it's just weird to see how he was like a formidable ass puncher, and then I don't know. I just feel like I don't know what's changed in Keith, where it's like, ish. Like he's not getting them knockouts anymore. But shit, same thing happened to Pacquiao. Pacquiao a little bit different because he started out like I think I know why Pacquiao stopped getting knockouts. We'll just leave it at that. That motherfucker Pacquiao started off at Kool-Aid packet weight and shit. Then went up to 152. Man, get the fuck about it. That motherfucker Pacquiao. Pacquiao was fighting that Chipotle bag weight, you know, that fucking guacamole side of guac weight. Move all the way up to 152. Hell no, bro. That motherfucker Pacquiao went from nano weight to Margarito. Okay. But and he went from Plan B pill weight to fighting Shane Mosley. Okay. No. That's like inhuman, to be honest. Motherfucker went from AirPod weight to he weighed as much as them AirPods, them Apple AirPods and shit. Hell no. To beating Koto's ass? I don't know. And kept his speed? I don't know. I don't know about. Oh, for real, Pacquiao, he really like gift wrap weight and all that. And then he really started murking De La Hoya though. Like De La Hoya got a chin, bruh. What? De La Hoya has a crazy resume. Hey, guys, I do believe. I do believe. Canelo? He makes her strong, gay. You know, De La Hoya had a chin, bro. And Pacquiao, man, hell, man. This dude Pacquiao moved up from hand sanitizer weight. This motherfucker moved from hand sanitizer weight. This this is how much Pacquiao weighed when he first came out. Look, right here. He had it. That's how much Pacquiao weighed. This shit smell good. I like that strong ass shit burn your nostrils. Be this weight. That's what I'm saying. Pacquiao at the weigh in the womb and shit. What the fuck? No, real talk. I weigh more as a little kid than Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Pacquiao was that rubber band weight, moved all the way up. That's what's up. Pacquiao went from ultrasound weight. You know them 3D. Hey, I don't like them 3D ultrasounds. The baby be talking shit in them and shit. Fuck you looking at, cut. I don't like them 3D ultrasound. Them 3D ultrasounds be weird and shit. Baby look at you like the T1000 and shit. I know this hurts, Sarah. Call to John. Like I don't like them 3D shits. That'd be kind of creepy. Like we need to abort this shit right now. But that shit looking. Yeah, man. Pacquiao went from Blockbuster video membership card weight to beating David Diaz. Hell no. Remember them Blockbuster membership cards? That shit used to be lit. Pacquiao went from Amazon Fire Stick weight all the way up to welterweight. Floyd had me dying talking about his hat size. His head got big. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. I've been bumping my. I'll let the boy. We working. The vampire. The vampire. Thank you guys for tuning in. All the super chats, all my shooters, all the fans. We working. I got my second wind about me, man. Hey, Wendy Williams, nigga. Hey, I got that. They say I'm sexy now. I got that second wind about me now. Hey, YouTube be snitching. I said fetus weight, and then all of a sudden the stream dropped. Like I'm talking about abortions or something. Like, you know, it's like they got spies or some shit watching it. Like where you say certain things and it'd be like mess up, it like jam the signal and shit. Oh no, shit, he's talking about sensitive subjects. I'm like, bro, I can't say fetus. That's like extreme, bro. YouTube's tripping. Fetus. Cletus. 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 Fetus. Cletus. Like I noticed the stream kept dropping when I said certain words. Like what the fucking Demolition Man? You know they're using 3 seashells. You ball brain, fuck suck, bitch ass, ball you like you can't cuss. Like damn, you can't do nothing now. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here, bro. The feds is watching. Free Takashi. I'll let the boy.